is your misfortune and not my own. Yippee-ki-yi-o, get along, little donkeys. You know that Wyoming will be your new home.
Life on the Red Horse Ranch.
When the Red Horse outfit went after cattle rustlers in the Roaring River country, the sheriff's posse followed Trigger Dawson, leader of the outlaws, into the hills and fatally wounded him. It was found that Dawson had a boy living with him in his hideout, but some doubt that the boy was his son. Against the wishes of everyone on Red Horse Ranch, Alabam has sent Tenderfoot to Roaring River to bring the boy back to the ranch.
Down in Arkansas, the only gal I ever loved. Lived down in Arkansas.
Had a gal, her name was Till.
Down in Arkansas.
I loved her once and I love her still.
Down in Arkansas.
Pigeon toes and hair jet black. Was so cross-eyed for a fact. She cried and tears rolled down her back.
Down in Arkansas. Down in down in down in Arkansas. The only gal I ever loved. Lived down in Arkansas.
Deacon Jones had a setting hen.
Down in Arkansas.
Gave it to my brother Ben.
Down in Arkansas.
From a pair of pants Ben made a nest. Told that hen to do her best. That hen hatched out a coat and vest.
Down in Arkansas. Down in down in Arkansas. The only gal I ever loved. Lived down in Arkansas. Down in down in Arkansas. The only gal I ever loved. Lived down in Arkansas.
By the way, where are we going to put the kid when Tenderfoot brings him in?
Well, that boy is not going to stay here if I've got anything to say about it.
Well, it seems like you ain't. Alabam sent Tenderfoot over there to Roaring River to bring the boy back with him. They ought to be here by this time, too.
Well, Carter's going to put a stop to it. Don't think he's going to like the idea of bringing in the son of a cattle thief to live on his ranch. Why in tarnation was Alabam so set on bringing that kid here?
Oh, he sort of thinks it's our responsibility to take care of the kid as long as he ain't got a dad anymore.
Well, you just remember what I said. There's going to be trouble when that doggy comes on the place. He's been brought up with a whole passel of outlaws, ain't saw nothing but shooting all his life. Why, like as not killed a couple of hombres himself. We don't know nothing about that kid.
Boys, would you mind singing something till Cheyenne gets the wind out of his sails?
Last night as I lay on the prairie and looked at the stars in the sky, would drift to that sweet by and by. The road to that bright, happy region is the dim, narrow trail, so they say. But the broad one that leads to perdition is posted and blazed all the way. I wonder if ever a cowboy stood ready for that judgment day and could say to the boss of the riders, I'm ready, come drive me away. They say there will be a great roundup, and the cowboys like doggies will stand to be marked by the riders of judgment who are posted and know every brand.
I don't like the idea at all. Well, that Trigger Dawson's got more crimes laid to him than a dog's got fleas. Like as not, they'll all be suspecting this whole Red Horse outfit of some bank robbery when they see us harboring an outlaw kid. Now,
Tex, how about stuffing your boot in Cheyenne's mouth? Ain't nothing else'll stop him.
That ought to stop him for good.
Listen, fellas, we got nothing against the Dawson kid. He might not even be Dawson's son. Some folks doubt it.
But just the same, there may be some truth in what Cheyenne's saying.
Well, he's going to be Alabam's responsibility. Let him do the worrying.
Where's Alabam now? Out watching for him?
Well, last time I saw him, he was up on the veranda talking to Rose.
You know, I've been sort of wondering about Alabam and Rose. Till Tenderfoot came to the Red Horse, I sort of thought they'd get hitched someday.
I thought she treated Alabam pretty cool the other night at the dance.
Oh, they had a little trouble, but it didn't mean nothing.
Well, Tenderfoot thinks a heap of Miss Rose.
You just ask her sometime. Alabam's the only fellow she's got an eye for. Of course, she likes Tenderfoot, but I don't think she even suspects he cares for her. Now, don't none of you go telling around what I said.
Oh, sure, we won't do nothing like that.
Well, Arizona started on that guitar again. Let me get over to my doghouse.
Yeah, join in.
Alabam, what about this boy? What do you know about him?
Well, I think you know as much as I do, Mr. Carter. Tenderfoot ought to be back with him now anytime.
Gonna be mighty bad, Alabama. I'm sorry you didn't talk to me a little more before you decided to bring the boy over here.
But, Dad, let's wait and see what the kid's like. And if we find that he can't fit in, then we can send him back.
Send him back where? He has no mother. His dad's gone.
Right.
Might be a good thing he is. I just can't see it any other way, Mr. Carter.
Let's give the boy a chance, Dad. He won't be any bother to you. Why, we'll hardly know he's here.
Well, what do the rest of the boys think about it?
Well, I'll admit they ain't so sold on the idea of having an outlaw's son for a boarder, but I'm going to do something for the poor kid.
Oh, look, there's Tenderfoot now.
Sure enough, and the boy's with him. Gosh, he's really a swell kid, Rose. Stop out front here, Tenderfoot. I want Dad and Rose to meet the young fella.
All right, Alabama. Whoa, Prince. Well, this is your new home. You can get down now.
Come on, folks, let's make him feel at home. Come on up here on the porch, mister, and meet the big boss.
No, the poor little fellow.
So that's the boy.
I'll take Prince down to the corral and be right back, Alabama.
All right. Well, here he is, young Mr. Dawson. I'd like you to meet my two pals, Rose and Mr. Carter.
Howdy, kid, howdy.
Hello there, Sonny. Won't you shake hands with me?
You're going to say something to the folks, ain't you?
Where's my pappy?
Why, tell 'em your name, young fella.
Where's my pappy?
Well, I'll tell you all about that later.
Oh, Alabam, he doesn't even realize what's happened yet. What's his name?
Dewey Dawson. I guess he's a little lost.
Of course.
I'll have the boys come up. They'll cheer him up.
That's an
You
idea.
go ahead and talk to him, Rose.
All right.
Hey, Bob. Cheyenne. Tex. Come on up to the house.
Oh, look. Look, is that your dog, Dewey?
Of course he is. Who'd you think he was?
Oh, why, sure. I should have known that. We're going to like having you here. What's the dog's name?
Elizabeth, of course.
Oh,
Just what I was afraid of.
please, Dad, not in front of him.
Come on, fellas. Bring your guitars.
Oh, here comes
Oh, Dewey, I want you to meet the swellest passel of cowhands in the West. As Tex, Idaho, Bob, Cheyenne, and Arizona.
Well, my, I bet there's a lot of muscle in them arms, Buster.
My name ain't Buster, it's Dewey.
That's a good one. Get along, little do we get along.
Now listen, fellas, don't start that. Play him something. Say, I bet he'd like to hear Pony Boy. How about it, Dewey? Let's go, boys.
Pony boy, won't you be my Tony boy? Don't say no, here we go, off across the plains. Carry me right away with you. Giddy up, whoa, my pony boy. Way out west in the nest from the rest, dwelt the bestest little bronco boy. A little bronco boy. He could glide o'er the prairies like an arrow. Every maid in the glade was afraid he would trade his little heart away. So each little peach made a nice little speech of love to him. Pony boy, won't you be my Tony boy? Don't say no, here we go, off across the plains. Carry me right away with you. Giddy up, oh, my pony boy.
How'd you like that, Dewey?
My gosh, Alabam, don't he like nothing?
Hey,
It's Elizabeth.
yeah, looks more like a sheep to me. It's got a sheep's head.
He hasn't either got no sheep's head.
Arizona, lay off the boy. He's just getting acquainted.
Come here, Pooch. Watch me throw my voice at him. Now listen.
You
boy.
leave him alone. You touch him and I'll lick your head off. Get out of here. Go on,
Dewey,
my dog. You
Dewey.
leave him alone.
We can't get along that way, little fella. Why, these boys all like you.
We better not talk about my dog. It's mine. Its name is Elizabeth.
Well, I'll tell you. You bring your pop gun and your bare bones and your horned toad, and we'll go down to the bunkhouse. Leave us alone for a while, will you, fella?
Yeah, don't worry about that.
And to think I'll have to sleep in a fat undergrown wildcat.
Oh, that poor boy.
I wonder how I'm going to tell Alabam that boy must leave this ranch.
We can't help feeling sorry for the boy, can we? But perhaps Mr. Carter is right